Hey guys, hello, hi there. Welcome to this week's Facebook Live. My name is Shalini Joshi Amdagni from magicalpainfreeliving.com, and I want you to, hi Ram, hi guys, welcome to this week's Facebook Live. I'm so excited you're joining me live. Hi Arpan, hey, good to see you. So this week, the Facebook Live topic is how to kick the butt and kickstart momentum. And not the butt that you're thinking about, but we're going to be talking a little bit about how to get unstuck from that stalled feeling that we all go through and how to get re-inspired. So I'm going to be sharing with you what I've discovered over the ages, things that work for me, things that work for my clients. If you are new here, good morning, Ram. If you are new here, just a bit about me. I'm Shalini Joshi Amdagni, and I'm an international physical and emotional pain relief expert. So I help people in pain who are feeling stuck, feel relief quickly so that they can get on with their lives and feel more peace and clarity. And so I'm doing these weekly Facebook Lives where I am sharing tips and tools and stories, so that you can benefit and use what you want and leave out the rest. So today's topic is how to kick the butt and kickstart momentum. And, I don't know if any of you here that are live right now, Ram, Arpan, Natalie, hi. If you are feeling, stalled in some area of your life, whether it's your personal life, whether it's your work life, whether it's some relationship. I know I'm going through the stalled phase a little bit, which is why I'm addressing it here as well, because even 11 years ago when I was sick and tired and I was in pain and the doctors had diagnosed me with an illness, and I was in this stalled feeling then too, right? Not knowing why is this happening? What am I supposed to do next? No clues, no clarity, just feeling stalled and feeling depressed. Again, when I went forward, I think it was around 2011, my work was going well and everything was happening and the clients were coming in and I was feeling great using my tool and I had become a pain relief expert. And then after a 4-year period, I was in this stalled place again where I'm thinking, how do I make more money? How can I do more? How I felt stuck at a different level now, right? And so throughout life, we are always going through different phases, and everything's wonderful when we start something. We feel the energy. We feel and nothing can stop us, and rock solid fade, and the momentum builds up, and then you hit a block. Right? I don't know, whatever it is in your case, maybe it's not enough clients, maybe it's not enough clarity for the next step, whatever it is for you. And then, and then the momentum slows down. So I was looking up the definition of momentum, right? It says the strength of force that something has when it's moving, right? And so when we have the great positive momentum going, everything is working wonderfully and things are moving and, things are manifesting. And then the momentum kind of gets slowed down when we hit some blocks in our new journey and with our new goals and with the next step. And then, we go through a lot of chatter that we've already been through. Right? We've already had these things in our mind and we've overcome them. And here they are like mongrels again, showing up. and we start that what I called living in limitation. So here's what we are talking about. We're looking at I don't find the right angle, but here. So we're gonna look at why we feel stalled. Okay, the butt blocks. Living in limiting beliefs, and then I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips I share it with my clients. There are lots more, I'm sure, but this is something that stands out for me. So I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips how you can, get back into the momentum and move forward with your dreams and goals. And so why you may feel stalled? Well, here are some of the reasons. Maybe you feel stalled in your career. Maybe you don't feel clarity. Like right now, that is my place. I am still, trying to figure out what's the next thing. I'm thinking of my online programs and lots of different things, but it's all scattered. And so, you feel discouragement, you feel stuck, you feel impatient, like, I don't know what's going on with you. Hi, Bita. Hi, Silvano. So, the topic today is, just for the people joining in, is how to kick off the butts and kickstart momentum. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling stalled, if you're feeling like nothing's moving, I'm going nowhere, I don't know what's next. And so we get into this place of feeling, I love this word, discontent is such a, it's a word that captures basically all the stuff that we're going through, right? We feel discontented with what's going on. We feel frustrated. We feel unhappy. And thank you for the loves. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Hi, Papa. And we begin to feel sorry for ourselves. We begin to doubt. That's such a big one. I'm probably not good enough. I'm probably not, I'm not cut out for this. I don't have what it takes, right? And so we go through all these feelings, and then remember this word, momentum. So we can move forward, right, in a positive direction or in the negative. And so once the block comes, we start slowly going back to this negative momentum. And then a lot of other stuff comes up, right? And one of the things that I've put in this list is, kicking the butt blocks. So have you noticed, like, when, just notice your self-talk when you're trying to move towards your goals and you're feeling a little bit stalled and you're feeling a little bit discouraged and maybe just like, I'm going nowhere. And then, when you think of your goals and dreams, there's always this but. But if you hear the story you tell yourself, you'll say, I really want this, but blah, 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 blah. So I really want this relationship, but I really want to move forward with this project, but I really want clarity, but blah, blah, blah. And so, we have this tug of war with what we want, but here's the problem. This is what we wish for, but here's the problem. And so there's this inner tug of war that leaves us in a limbo, right? Because you're familiar with the law of attraction. And I've learned this from many different people, but as Joe Vitale says, we have intentions and then we have counter intentions. So we have these things that we want in our lives, and all the reasons we tell ourselves. So one of the really interesting ways to, be an observer of your story and self-talk is, if you sit with a friend and tell them why things are not working, and just listen to the story you would tell them. That's all the but blocks, right? That's all you'll discover all the reasons why you're feeling stuck right now. And it may seem like the truths, but it's really a block. It's really the but block. It's really a limiting thing that you are telling yourself. And I've been through this so many times. I don't have enough experience, but I don't know, if I'm good enough, but. And so that is, and so the negative momentum starts picking up, right? And then we have all these limiting thoughts. We start living in limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs, which is what I wanted to, living. It's like we're living in this bubble of limits, right? And so nothing's working, we're feeling confused, we're feeling stuck. And then we start this self-criticism where I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes. And then also we are, the other thing that we tend to do is we focus on all the things that are not working in our life, right? It's not just this thing that we don't want, but nobody ever supports me. Nothing ever works out for me. Things always screw up when they're going forward. I am, and so we start focusing on all the things that are not working for us. And also we're focusing on all the things that we don't want. I don't want to be here. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want, this relationship. I don't want, and so our focus is not on what we want, but what we don't want to happen. So we're living in limits. We are living in fears. We're living in what we don't want to happen. We're living in what's not working. And so all our energy is focused on lack, or loss, right? That's where all our energy is going. And you've heard the saying that energy flows where attention goes. And if your attention is focused on lack and all the limits that you're doing in your self-talk, then the negative momentum has picked up speed, and we are unfortunately, enthusiastically, going in the wrong direction, right? And then it gets worse. You've heard the saying, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, and the worse it gets, the worse it gets. And so you have to, so it's really funny, because what I find with myself and a lot of the clients is, no matter how many hurdles you've overcome, right? No matter how many challenges you've overcome, when we are faced with the next challenge, something clicks, and our brain always goes down this negative rabbit hole, and we find ourselves helpless and stuck. So I want to share with you 6 tips. Okay, 6 tips that I personally find myself doing over and over when I get stuck, and things that I've learned. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Rajiv. So the topic was, for those joining you, how to kick the butts and kickstart momentum. And so I'm going to be sharing with you right now 6 tips, right, that I use to help myself get back into the flow, get back and get inspired. So number 1 thing is, right, I don't know if you can see this, be aware and accept. And what do I mean by that is just, we need to become aware that this is what's going on with us. Instead of running away and drinking and using alcohol or shopping, or, there's so many stories that I have heard over the years, whether it's drugs, whether it's, different things that we do to escape the feeling, right? Because it's not fun. So it's important to first of all become aware and also accept. Some people say just feel the feeling, right? Okay, this is where I am. I was discussing with Isabel about some situation, and we were talking about it is what it is, right? I hope you remember that, Isabel. It is what it is, right? It's a really important thing to accept. Hey, here is where I am. This is not a right place. This is not a wrong place. It's just what it is. Okay, because once you make acceptance, once you accept or once you make peace with, okay, this is where I am, then you can do something about it, right? Then you can begin to focus. But if you keep resisting and if you keep, ignoring or keep denying, then you can't even begin. So it's important to first become aware and become accepting of, hey, this is where I am, okay? And then give yourself a break. Is this even a point? Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, you've come here all this journey. I mean, look at your journey, wherever you are right now. And I know some of you who are here, and I know your journeys. So you've come a long, long way. And so, you need to give yourself a break. You've come a long way. You've accomplished a hell of a lot. You are amazing people. You're amazing, human beings doing all kinds of wonderful things. And you need to be easy on yourself. You need to give yourself a break and not be so hard on yourself and not criticize yourself and not push yourself, pressure yourself, belittle yourself, right? So you need to give yourself a break. And when you can be a little bit kinder to yourself, when you can be a little bit more patient with yourself, when you can be a little bit more compassionate, I mean, wouldn't you do the same? So, hi, Tinny. Hi. And including Tinny, we've come a long, long way. And instead of criticizing ourselves, we need to give ourselves a break. We need to say, hey, it is what it is. I'm here. And, I'm doing the best that I can. Okay. And you need to give yourself a break. I often tell clients, like, when, it's really cloudy right now in Bangkok, and just because the sun is clouded over, right, it doesn't mean that it's lost its brilliance. It doesn't mean that it's lost its shine. Oh, the sun is not as bright anymore. It's just a phase, and it will pass. So give yourself a break. And I love, love, love this third point, and I call it, I don't know if you can see it, by the way, reminders. Ooh, I hear thunder. That's an important one. That's a sign. So, by the way, this is what I call my by the way reminders. And what does that mean? So whenever I'm stuck, where I'm feeling like, unworthy, and I like clarity, or things are not going the way I want them to, and the momentum hasn't picked up, I have to remind myself, and I say, by the way, your kids are doing great. You have a wonderful husband. By the way, your dad is watching your Facebook Live. He's 84. He's doing great. By the way, thank God for living in Bangkok, where I get to see sun every day. By the way, you go and get massages almost, every week. By the way, you have to make light and not be so serious, right? We have to get out and not be so serious about this phase, because we will always go through these ups and downs, and we have to have reminders and tell ourselves and give ourselves the perspective, give ourselves, you could focus on the pain perspective, or you can focus on the pleasure and the possibilities perspective, right? So I don't know if this resonates with you, but by the way, my kids are doing well. By the way, I don't know what's working in your life. So if you can remind yourself that, by the way, there's this working in my life. By the way, that's working in my life. By the way, I have great health. By the way, I have a great boss. By the way, I always find wonderful people. By the way, my community where I live is so supportive. You can get into an endless loop, and you begin to realize, hey, what the heck am I cribbing about, right? So because we want to, why are we doing all this? Because the momentum has to slow down. And when we reach that neutral fulcrum place, right, we can begin to move towards a more positive, a more supportive momentum. And so these are little tips and tools that I use by myself. I hope they're resonating with you. I don't know which one you like. Do you like aware and acceptance? Give yourself a break. By the way, reminders. Do put it down if you want to play along. And then, of course, kick out the butts. We have this tendency, like I was saying earlier, to say what we want, right? Sometimes I sit down and I write down all the things that I want. And of course, I'm not writing down but my subconscious mind is saying, but how's that going to happen? But you don't even know, blah, blah, blah. But it's not even, you don't have the connections, but. And so what I want you to do is kick off the butt and say, either, here's the thing, you can write down all the things that you want. I mean, you can do it now. If you're watching on the replay, you can pause and just close your eyes and say, what do I really want? What do I truly, truly desire? What's really important for me, right? What are the 5 things that are truly important that would be wonderful if they came true, right? And delete the buttons. Like just don't. If those thoughts come to your mind, just delete, and just focus on, this is what I want. Another softer way of stating your intentions and your desires without getting the but is this wonderful phrase. I should have written it down. Wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if? And that way the but doesn't come in. Wouldn't it be nice if this happened? Wouldn't it be nice if I got a raise? Wouldn't it be nice if I met the person of my dreams? Wouldn't it be nice? So it's like a softer way to reinstate your desire to the universe, ignite that passion for what you want. Because it's soft, it doesn't have much resistance. There's no chance that the but can come in, because when you say, I want this, and then the brain says, but what about blah, 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 right? So the phrase, wouldn't it be nice if, is kind of playful. It's not serious, and you still get to state your intentions, and the but stays out. Isn't that nice? And of course, like I was saying earlier, we tend to focus a lot on all the things that we don't want. I don't want to, not have enough clients. I don't want to be stuck in pain. I don't want. And so we want to make sure consciously that we are focusing more on the things that we do want, and not giving so much energy and fuel to things that we don't want in our lives. Okay? And the last tip, which is really simple, is get out more. And what do I mean by that? Get out of your head more. Get outdoors more. Get out in the open more. Get out in nature more. Get out and mix up with people more. Get out and go to networking events more, right? And just be around people and just get out of your head. because sometimes we overthink and overanalyze and overkill this whole thing by staying so much in our heads and putting all this pressure and thinking of all the, our focus is so in lack and what we don't have. It's really important to get out of your head, to stop taking life so seriously, and to get out more and go out and do the things that are fun for you. Go dance, go shop, go to the beach, go to the lake, go to nature, go climb and do walks in the mountains. Just get out. There's so much. I mean, just look out the window, right? There's so much wonders to be explored, to be experienced. So get out more, get out of your head and get out into the world more. And it just changes your energy. It changes the way you feel. And the whole point of this conversation is to get a positive momentum going. And all these activities will help you build that positive momentum so that you begin to feel happier, you begin to feel more inspired, you begin to feel more encouraged, you have more positive thoughts, you have more supportive thoughts, right? And that happy energy fuels and feeds you towards a more positive momentum. The momentum picks up and you start taking those steps and you get clarity and you get an inspiration, and then you can start moving towards all the things that you've been desiring, right? So I don't know how this is resonating with you. I didn't see any comments here, but for those of you just joining in, we were talking about how to kick off the butts and kickstart momentum when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling stalled, when we feel like nothing's moving, when we feel like we're going nowhere. So if you've just joined, I'm afraid you'll have to go back and listen to the replay. But thank you, all of you who joined me live. If you have anything to say, if you have any comments, please post them. I will be going through it. And for those of you who are watching this on replay, whether on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook or on my blog, you're welcome. And I would love to know what resonated with you. What tips do you have? And if you would, if you are feeling stuck and you feel like I'm going nowhere, and you have access to all these tips, but if you would like a private one-on-one discussion to discuss your unique situation, feel free to shoot me an email, shalini@eftthailand.com. I'll post the link in the comments, or you can message me and we can take it from there. But thank you so much for now. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next week on Thursday at the same time with a different topic. And if you feel like this is a topic that maybe you're not struggling with, but maybe you have friends, family who might benefit from this, please do tag them in the post and share them. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Bye.